Crazy. I was on all this shit. I did extra work. I was on all the white people TV shows, the black people TV shows.
Tiffany Haddish has been under fire by the whole internet ever since Katt Williams called her out for being an industry plant. According to him, there are a good handful of black female comedians who never got any chances to shine all so that Tiffany could make it into the limelight. He also called out other black comedians like Steve Harvey and Kevin Hart, calling them gatekeepers and industry plants. The comedian added that the only reason Tiffany Haddish is where she is today in her career is because she says yes to everything that the Hollywood elites tell her to do. He also said that she doesn't really have any accomplishments and that she just popped into mainstream media like that. He also said a bunch of other stuff on the Club Shay Shay interview, and we'll get into that later. But Tiffany just responded to all the accusations that Katt put on her. Although she responded to the same thing like 5 times, fans are finding what she said hard to believe. If anything, she just kept proving Katt right by everything that she was saying. She said that she had been telling jokes since 1996 and that she had to work her way to the top. Not only that, but she also accused Katt of having drug problems once again. It seems like whenever Katt exposes someone, all they have to say in response is that he has drug issues, which isn't even entirely true anymore. Anyways, there's a lot to discuss today, so let's get right into it. You're watching The Celebrity Hyped, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about how Tiffany Haddish failed to hit back at Katt Williams for exposing her disgusting behavior. But before we get to talking about all of that, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and smash that subscribe button for more videos like this one in the future.
Now I want to ask you, Tiffany, because you were very classy in your response on social media, because the first thing I thought was, that's effed up. What's Tiffany gonna say? Because that has to be hurtful when somebody says something like that. Especially, I'm sure you were a fan of his, you know, at some point.
I still am a fan of his. I think he's hilarious.
So Katt Williams did an interview on the Club Shay Shay and exposed a bunch of black comedians. He mostly called out Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish, but he also spilled the beans about Steve Harvey and a bunch of other prominent names. He accused Tiffany and Kevin of being industry plants, saying that they just popped into the mainstream comedy scene without really having to work hard for it. He criticized Tiffany's joke-telling abilities and said that she wasn't even funny. The comedian added that he knew a good handful of black female comedians who are funnier than Tiffany, but they were never given any opportunities to shine.
She passed 46 female black comedians that I know personally that I put on tour who have a hard time getting a chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A after they headlined 7 shows at a club for $2,500 a week.
Why is that? Well, it's all because Tiffany is a puppet to the Hollywood elites, just like Kevin. She would do anything that they ask her, all to push a very particular narrative about black women. But if that wasn't bad enough, he said that the only reason she's making it out big is because she said she would sleep with Brad Pitt, a white actor.
When did that become marketable? Knock it off. They like her because she want to sleep with a white man. That's why the only thing she said was, I want to give it to Brad Pitt.
Now obviously she said this as a joke, but even jokes can hide truths, sometimes, and have influence. Anyways, Tiffany wasn't going to sit there and let Katt talk about her and her career, so she decided to clap back at him. But she didn't do it just once, she did it several times in several different ways. Although she tried really hard, fans still thought that she was not making any sense because she never really said anything to disprove what Katt had said about her being an industry plant. She said that Kevin was just trying to belittle her accomplishments and her career, all because he was jealous. Now this wouldn't be the first time Katt got accused of jealousy. Even Kevin Hart has said that the only reason Katt says what he says about other black comedians is because he's bitter for not doing good in his own career. And that too was his own fault, because he became a risk to the studio because of his drug abuse issues. But enough about that, let's talk about what Tiffany had to say. The Girls Trip actor clapped back at Katt Williams for all the accusations at one of her stand-up shows at the Dania Improv in Florida soon after Katt's interview started going viral. Now, Katt Williams had said that all these comedians, including Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish, lied about starting their careers from the Comedy Store and building themselves there. He said that when Guy Torry said that Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, Kevin Hart, and Tiffany Haddish came through the Comedy Store, it was all a lie.
Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made all lies.
Haddish had a thing or two to say about all of that. But hold on, before we tell you about what she said, do us a little favor and share this video with a friend who might enjoy our content. In her stand-up comedy show, she said that she had been doing comedy and writing her own jokes since the 1990s. Not only that, but she also listed all the movies and shows she has been in since the start of her career.
LA, nigga. I've been doing. I was on That's So Raven. I was on all this. I did extra work.
She said that she had to work extra hard to get where she is today in her career. And when things weren't working out how she wanted them to, she even had to do some extra work for a little push in her career. Addressing the part where Katt said that she was a puppet for white people, she said that she has played roles in quote-unquote white people TV shows as well as black people TV shows.
I was on all of the white people TV shows, the black people TV shows. I used to be on Dance 360.
Before she started to list all the roles she had played since 1996. She then jokingly addressed the Comedy Store controversy, saying that she had hit the stage at the Comedy Store only on quote-unquote white nights. But she didn't stop there. She had a lot more to say and she was going to get it all out of her system. She took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to once again address all the accusations, but not without a dose of comedy. She said that she wasn't even angry at Katt Williams for everything that he was saying about her. The only complaint that she had was the fact that he didn't even get his information right about her. "Dang, I guess I will send him a reminder text," she said. She then ended her response in a comedic way, asking people if they were sure that the person saying all this was Katt Williams because he looked an awful lot like Charleston White. For those of you who don't know, Charleston White is a 53-year-old YouTube comedian who is known for his provocative statements and controversial persona online. Katt Williams and Tiffany Haddish have been feuding for a few years now. Katt has been saying that she doesn't deserve what she has gotten. Tiffany also said that she didn't believe Katt Williams when he said that he didn't have a drug problem. Fans were quick to point out how that was funny because Tiffany herself has a bunch of DUIs under her belt at this point.
Why did Tiffany Haddish come out and say, Katt Williams says he don't have a, and I believe him. This lighter leash at the Emmys makes me question my beliefs.
In an interview, Tiffany said that she was still a fan of Katt, despite everything that he said. She added that she still thinks that Katt is a hilarious comedian.
Now I want to ask you, Tiffany, because you were very classy in your response on social media, because the first thing I thought was, that's effed up. What's Tiffany going to say? Because that has to be hurtful when somebody says something like that. Especially, I'm sure you were a fan of his, you know, at some point.
I still am a fan of his. I think he's hilarious.
Katt Williams said back in 2018 that she hasn't even gone on tour yet, nor has she ever done a comedy special.
Tiffany Haddish. She's been doing comedy since she was 16. You can't tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke. Why? Because she ain't done a tour yet. She ain't done a special. She has not proven the ability to tell jokes back to back for an hour to nobody.
He said that this is why she has yet to prove that she can tell good jokes back to back for an hour. And this is why he thinks there are other female comedians who are more deserving of the fame and fortune that she has. He also pointed out the fact that the only reason her film Girls Trip was a success was because it was well written, not because Tiffany was a good actress or comedian. Damn, now that's rough. Back then, Tiffany decided to play nice and responded saying that she wanted to shower Katt with real love because that's what he deserved. All in all, she failed to disprove anything that Katt said in the Club Shay Shay interview, and so it's not looking too good for her when it comes to fans. Do you think Katt Williams is going to respond to everything that Tiffany Haddish said? What do you think he's going to say this time? Do you think Kevin Hart and other comedians are going to comment on this as well? Let us know all your thoughts and predictions in the comment section below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and smash that subscribe button for more videos like this one in the future. And with all of that out of the way, as always, we will see you in our next video right here at the Celebrity Hyped.